The Battlefield 6 open beta came and went, and my goodness, it was horrible.
Wait, what?
Wait, put down your pitchforks and knives. I'm just kidding. There's a lot more nuance to that conversation than simply that joke alone. I gathered a collection of my best moments over the course of the early access period and the open beta as a whole and put them together in this video, and I tried to capture moments that really encapsulated how the entire beta felt, and I tried to go for, the classic Battlefield moments that the marketing team loves to show and that everybody loves to post clips online. Contrary to what those clips make it seem like, those moments don't actually happen a lot, and, there was a lot more, slower, just standing in a hallway shooting in the same direction for like 20 minutes. But the moments I did capture, I feel really represent what the beta was as a whole, at least to what I experienced. So I have more to talk about at the end. Stick around for my thoughts, where we'll wrap up how I felt the beta went and kind of peel back the curtain of the joke where I said it was horrible, because, little spoiler alert, I didn't really like it that much, but not for any reasons that you might be thinking.
Get him out of there! I like LMG now. It's fun. Need ammo back here behind you.
I'm too afraid.
Oh, fine, alright. You're good, you're fine. Where are you running?
Everything's okay.
Everything's fine.
I don't like how that number keeps going up.
Thank you. See my life. Totally grateful. This guy over here. Yeah. Still reloading.
He's hurt.
He's dead. Somebody got him. Oh, my boy! Get him!
Thank you.
We now control more objectives. Defend all
Wow, that was
positions.
scary. Managed to do it though.
We have recaptured the objective. Our troops are close to securing the battle.
Okay, just get hit.
Stop at nothing.
Starts here. Tank! I was trying to pick up our boys! Damn it.
Alright, just got a triple kill.
Our attack on Echo is in progress.
Oh my god.
That is, in fact.
Oh my god, I just saw on the map 3 people charging your position. What
Oh,
the
don't worry, I'm
fuck?
holding him with a shotgun, bro.
Oh my god.
Our forces are controlling the site. Keep pushing. attack the marked objective. Be advised, hostiles now hold objective Echo.
That's
We've lost control of objective
pretty
Alpha.
googly moogly.
Pretty googly moogly. That's how I feel right now, bro. I can't hear shit.
Need immediate support. Grid mode.
I'm suppressed.
Benny.
Control for objective.
Holy shit, bro. D-Day.
Second Delta. Nice.
Oh, hi, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Come on! Lifesaver! Danke for that! Put them out all over the place! Let's move! Target mark! Fire for effect! Let's go!
So, while all of that seemed really cinematic, epic, and fun, I mean, for the first early access period of the beta, I really enjoyed playing. My fun kind of dropped off once the beta really got going. And I'm going to preface all of this by saying I think Battlefield 6 is going to be the best game that we've got in the franchise since Battlefield 1. I have thousands of hours in Battlefield Bad Company 2, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, Hardline, and 1. I never really played that much of 5 until recently, and honestly, I think a lot of people sleep on Battlefield 5 because the issues that it had at launch. I wasn't around for it, so my experience with Battlefield 5 is significantly different, and I think Battlefield 5 is probably one of my favorite ones so far, next to like 4. There's no doubt that this game is going to be better than 2042 or whatever. It's already better than that game substantially. It looks good, so on and so forth. But I just had some issues with the game. And I also realized that I kind of graduated away from arcade first-person shooters once extraction shooters became relevant, like Tarkov. To use a brain-rotted word, I guess I'm extraction shooter pilled, Tarkov pilled, I don't know, whatever Reddit people say when they get mad, I don't know. For me, a lot of the excitement that Battlefield 4 and the earlier entries really kind of produced in me when I was younger weren't really there, so I found myself struggling to actually have fun once the new coat of paint wore off for me. So the biggest issue that I had with the beta is essentially not a problem with the game, but a problem with me, but I'm still gonna vocalize it because it's my thoughts. So there's no real risk for me, and I guess I just don't have fun in these games unless there's some sort of risk. And I also just know that I don't have the time like I used to when I was younger and only had to go to school to really play nothing but this game. And a lot of casual FPS gamers are really good at arcade shooters. And that really showed in the beta with how people were using the sliding and the diving and so on and so forth and the jumping corners and whatnot. It just reminded me why I stopped playing the casual arcade shooters, and once again, that's not really a problem with the game, that's more of a me issue. So I just struggled to kind of force myself to have fun. It just wasn't clicking with me. Another issue I had that really kind of goes down to the fun factor is I didn't really enjoy any of the maps on offer besides Liberation Peak. That's the only map that I liked because I felt like it was big enough to kind of feel like Battlefield. All of the other maps, the Siege of Cairo, I never even played the New York map. The other ones were just really small and more infantry focused, and I never really felt like it was Battlefield. It felt like it was more Call of Duty, and I know people in discussion forums have been saying that and they get absolutely ridiculed by hardcore Battlefield fans. And listen, I am a hardcore Battlefield fan, or at least I was, and honestly, the smaller maps, I guess it feels like the Dragon's Teeth expansion from Battlefield 4 because that was really all about close quarters fighting, but even that to me felt a little bit more Battlefield-y than the maps on offer on Battlefield 6. I just didn't like how small they were. I didn't really feel like you could get a full feel for what Battlefield should be. Of course, there's still destruction. The buildings were blow-upable, as I like to say, but it just, I wasn't too much of a fan of that. To kind of tag along on that, every single map, especially the Siege of Cairo and the Iberian Offensive, really boiled down into who could hold the point in front of the opposing team's base the longest, and that wasn't really a fun gameplay loop for me at all. It really felt like I was forced to stay near the spawn objectives because no one else was going back to recapture them, and it was giving the enemy team basically free flanks for the entire time. And to kind of test my theory to see if I was insane and making this up, I went and played Battlefield 5 a lot, and I did some Battlefield 1. And it never really happened as much in Battlefield 5 and 1 as much as it was happening here. It's crazy. Every game it really just boiled down to that, and it really limited how each match kind of felt the same. Finally, the last big issues that I've had with this beta boils down to the weapons. I don't know what's going on here, but for one, none of the weapons really felt unique to me, and the time to kill, or the TTK, was insanely quick. Like, way too quick. Also, I don't know what world we live in, but there's no way that a shotgun should be able to two-hit you down a road. And people like to bring in the argument of, oh, it's probably using flechette or buckshot. This isn't a realistic military shooter. We are not bringing in the argument of what type of caliber of shell it's shooting, because some shells do have a lot of range. I would expect that in Tarkov, in Arena Breakout Infinite, in Gray Zone Warfare. This is Battlefield. It should not be outranging a DMR or an assault rifle that arguably has more range than a shotgun should ever be able to. Bar none, no argument. The shotgun was way too overpowered. It was unrealistic. It basically became the mainstay weapon of the beta because nothing could really compete with it. Same goes for the default assault rifle that the assault class gets. That thing had the best damage output, even if the number was lower than some other weapons. It just had the best fire rate, the best stability, and it was able to output the most damage most reliably. I literally wasn't able to use any other carbine or assault rifle other than that thing. I forced myself to because I wanted to get a good feeling for all the weapons, but those two weapons, the shotgun and that first assault rifle, really irked the crap out of me. When you're loading into your next raid, you want to make sure you have the best and cleanest energy possible so you're ready to deal with all of the situations about to come your way. A full 3-man squad? Ain't no big deal. An exit camper sitting at the exit? You got this. That's why I'm proud to announce that I have a partnership with Dubby. Dubby has a fantastic formula for their gaming energy supplements, chock full of the essential amino acids and B vitamins that's needed to keep you in the zone. And it doesn't have any of the artificial colors or dyes, fillers, and no sugar. With Dubby Energy, you are able to stay on the top of your game without the crash, and come out with a higher extraction rate and with more loot in your pocket. So head over to dubby.gg, pick out your favorite flavor, and use code EMBER69 at checkout to get 10% off. And yes, I did in fact name that EMBER69. That was not random. Lastly, the time to kill in this beta was insanely quick, and thankfully, I believe this is something that the developers are aware of and are working on, because I remember reading an article from them saying that they have noticed how the bullets, I guess, feel super mega charged and they're dealing a lot of damage. The time to kill in this battlefield is way too quick. I would expect this TTK in hardcore servers or any other realistic military game, not a battlefield game. And again, I played some of the older entries to kind of test my theory here, and the TTK in Battlefield 5 didn't feel as long, and I felt like that was reasonable. So this feels like the fastest in any of the entries, and it really punishes you if you miss your first shot or if you have bad recoil control, because you're pretty much down in 3 hits depending on the weapon, and a lot of the weapons have a fast RPM. And again, if you have bad recoil control in any shooter, I mean, you should be somewhat punished for that by losing your fight, so it incentivizes you to kind of keep going with that weapon to get used to the recoil pattern. It didn't feel like that here. It just felt like everybody was playing hardcore, and it really wasn't that enjoyable. It kind of made me stop playing altogether. I just jumped back to Battlefield 5. That's kind of the moral of the story here. And again, I think this game is going to be the best Battlefield we've had in years, but playing this beta made me go back to 5 and play it a lot more, and don't kill me here, but I really enjoy Battlefield 5 a lot more than I enjoyed this beta. Then again, we didn't have access to all of the content and all the stuff that we will at launch, and scrolling through their website and looking at the maps that are coming with the full game, I have slight hope. I say slight because a lot of the descriptions here are calling the maps small infantry focused stuff. There's only one map that has been described as large and that doesn't inspire much confidence. We know Operation Firestorm is going to be big because it's came back 3 times now, so that's going to be big. So there's at least 3: Liberation Peak, Operation Firestorm, and this other new one, which is called, as I scroll down my webpage, Maroc Valley. But either way, despite my opinions on the beta, it still went down as an amazing experience, and I'm very glad for that because Battlefield fans really needed a win, really needed an entry that went back to how Battlefield 4 felt, and by all accounts, people have been saying that this is the closest the entry has felt to Battlefield 4 since that game came out. I personally just didn't feel it. Maybe I grew up too much, maybe I'm a boomer now, I don't know, I'm only 25, but it just didn't click with me. But either way, I'm glad it clicked for the majority of people, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the game performs, and I might pick it up once a few more maps get added that are a little bit bigger than what it seems like they have on offer, and I will pay close attention to how everything plays out. Bonus, one last quick note, kind of a old man yells at sky moment. Bonus! Ah! We were at our peak in Battlefield 4. It's now been many, many years, and technology has advanced quite significantly, so I do not know why we haven't went back to just like Battlefield 4, like Levolution. We've never seen Levolution like in Battlefield 4 and a little bit in Hardline since those 2 games. But we have better technology than we did then, so it really kind of got me to think like why we haven't just literally did that again. I don't think anybody would be mad. I'm pretty sure people would jump for joy if they just remastered Battlefield 4 and just charged like $10 for it or something really cheap, not to like cause the studio to blow up because it's EA and everyone automatically hates EA because it's EA. But it's weird. We're heading in the right direction because the destruction here is cool and it is on a larger scale, but it's not what Battlefield 4 had. There is an argument to be made here that while yes, Battlefield 4 had amazing evolutions that changed how the maps played, the smaller scale destruction of buildings and so on weren't as good as they look now. That is true. I think the modular destruction on the individual buildings looks and feels a lot better. I just don't think we're fully in the promised land yet. I'm hoping that maybe after Battlefield 6, we're even closer to getting evolutions again and crazy environmental weather events like in Paracel Storm and that one Dust Storm map. I'm forgetting the Gulf of Omen, I think. Either way, I'm glad that this game's doing well. I'm glad that it's being received well, and I hope it's received even better at launch. But with all of that said and done, thank you so much for watching, Druids. And I know this video seems a little bit different than what I normally do here, but based off the poll that I posted on our community tab a few days ago, the overwhelming amount of votes said to make a video on Battlefield 6 showing some footage and my thoughts. So here we are. If you want to kind of impact the type of videos that I make, go ahead and make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that bell, and go over and check the community tab every so often because quite frequently I post polls. I usually have multiple video ideas that are clashing with each other, so I kind of let the community decide. And if you really want some awesome special perks, feel free to join the membership community, whatever YouTube calls it now. Depending on what tier you pick, there's some extra bonuses that I really need to get better at producing, but they are there and they will still be coming. Anyway, thanks again for watching. I love all you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.